Aloha, how you doing?
Oh, aloha, too much beef jerky. Welcome to the RiFF, you guys.
Oh man, what a great day. B, brother B, how are you today, brother?
Good, man.
All right.
Behind the board.
Yeah.
Fella Arlie,
Hey,
running
hey.
the tech engineer position.
Hey.
Top notch. With his ukulele album cover.
My brother Brian over there, man. It's just.
I like that. I'm just kicking it and ready to talk about some toys, man.
That's right. Toys and guitarists of the world. Aloha. We're gonna talk about a little bit or a lot of bit about guitar pedals, and if you're a guitar player, especially electric, but not exclusive to the electric guitar, isn't that right, B?
Yeah, if you're into guitar and gadgets,
Gadgets.
you're into obsession, a lifetime obsession, as Arlie knows. He got way more pedals than me, but yeah, it's an obsession like somebody buying a lure fishing pole. You want to get every size, every thickness and stuff. But yeah, man, tell me about some of your pedal stories growing up in Kahalui or on Maui.
Well, just a brief thing for those of you who are not guitarists or know about that. If you are, what guitar pedals are, especially for electric, is they're electronic boxes that you plug your guitar into that go through this box.
Something like this?
Wow, something like that. And it goes through an amp and it creates, with the magic of science and soldering and moldering and...
I wish I knew how to solder and molder, man.
Well, let's just start with the basic types of guitar pedals. We know that guitar pedals changes the tone of just a guitar plugged into amp, but in a nutshell, there's distortion or dirt pedals, delays, echoes, chorus, tremolo, flanger, wah, reverbs.
From A to Z, man.
I mean,
It's
compression,
amazing.
EQ, and I'd like to bring your attention to probably the first guitar pedal that I've ever owned. Could you guess what that is?
Tube screamer. Oh, wow.
It was most definitely the Tube Screamer.
Ibanez. That was a Japanese company, yeah?
Ibanez, they're still around, man, and they're making.
Do you call it Ibanez or Ibanez?
I don't know. Depends what province you're from.
From Manila or Claybu or Cebu. But you know what? I thought Ibanez and Boss was like a brother-sister company because Boss was founded in 1976 in Japan.
1976.
Yeah, I was in the 6th grade.
Let's see. I don't think I was playing electric guitar at that time.
I think you was playing sitar with 1 foot at the League High School.
I think I was playing the rocks and the.
Yeah, 1976, man. Boss.
And you know what? I always thought that when my friend broke this out, I was just so blown away by this color because this color wasn't truly popular back then. It was Kawasaki. I think of it as Kawasaki green.
No, yeah. See, this guys was. I think they was using colors like to grab you, like motorcycle colors like the yellow,
neon colors.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
they did
neon
this way
colors.
back when.
Yeah.
And then
But look how simple. You just an overdriven knob,
yeah,
a tone, and your volume, your level.
that's it. And that's
So
the pedal.
that's only 3 things you need. It's like mind, body, spirit, man.
And could you name a couple of famous guys that use this as a regular addition to their sound before it went into an amp?
I think mostly everybody I knew
Yeah.
on the island when I was starting getting to know about pedals. I mean, all my favorite guitar heroes had it. One in particular, Steve Ray Vaughan. He had like the Ibanez, the Tube Screamer, the old one.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah, he had that tone coming out of the Fender Super Reverb, a 15, and wow, what an incredible sound.
Well, let's move on. I think I got the Tube Screamer from seeing my friend who had a pedal, I go, wow, what's this? Oh, and he had a flanger, Ibanez flanger, so that was banana yellow.
Yeah.
And when I think I got the pedal the same time I got my pig nose amp, but that's another conversation.
I grew up on pigs,
The nose part, very, that's delicacy.
I mean, yeah, when you had a pig nose amp and playing your kamaka ukulele into it, man, you was like the ukulele king. If you're going around on your Schwinn bike and you're playing your pig nose, it's.
Hey, let's take a look at what you have in front of you. Let's take a look at this dirt pedal. Is one of my favorites. This is one from my personal stash of pedals. Pull out that Bogner.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring two up because it's the same color. I'm gonna knock it 2-1 crack. Okay. So, like Brother Arley was saying, this Bogner Ecstasy, and they just got a cool. It's like you got this little chicken foot knobs.
Those knobs are really, and look at those mini toggles.
Yeah, and you got all this little small little knick-knack switches. You got the Varec, the mode, pre-EQ structure, the boost on. I mean, everybody got this pedal. I mean, guys, I really love listening to. Yeah, you do have. You can get anything from the heaviest metal sound to the brown sound of EVH.
Yeah,
to whatever,
And that's a big reason why I bought it, because Bogners, as guitar players know, make killer amps. The Bogner amps. So what they tried to do is, for those who couldn't afford these boutique gourmet amps, I believe you had a Bogner back in the day, B. I don't know which model it was.
I had a Buddha. But yeah, well, it was all boutique amps.
Yeah. And they have this very signature sound, and the technicians or the guys who build it spent years and years dialing this in.
It's amazing.
What they did with this pedal was they tried to give you the guitarists who couldn't afford a Bogner amp, the Bogner sound in a pedal. So you just get your whatever amp you could afford, put it on clean, and then run this pedal.
When you think about it, Arlie, this pedals, it's like you buying like a miniature amp, because in reality you don't have to have the amp to make the pedal. Like, of course the amp always going to have a bigger sound, but
yes,
just squeezing that amp tones in this small little box, and it's pretty amazing. So the Ecstasy, you got volume, treble, middle, bass, and gain. And you got all these variables on the top, like I said, you got the mode for the highs, the full mellow. And then you got the pre-EQ, we got the B1, B2. Then you got the structure. It's like this, I guess they call it like another EQ. So you got more EQ to dial in than anything on this pedal.
You could spend days upon days dialing in your perfect tone.
Months. That's why I'm a moron. When it comes to when it comes to pedals, I'm like, you're never satisfied, man.
Never satisfied. Yeah. And a really cool thing is they're almost like collecting Hot Wheels. Whether you use it or not. Have you ever gotten a pedal because the way it looked, but you never really used it too much in what you're playing?
I used to put like sashimi on this or something. I mean, it looks like it's like girls buying bags. And boys want to buy football, basketball, and guitar pedals.
Well, that's the Bogner. Let's move on to what you have over there.
I remember we gotta move on. This pedal means a lot, to me.
Well,
this is a good pedal, bro.
It's a great pedal.
I'm gonna keep it. Thank you.
Put that in your pocket. Throw that in your backpack.
Well,
so I remember this next pedal you're gonna show us.
So anyway,
you were really excited when you got it, and you told me all about it. You sang its praises and said you gotta get this pedal.
It's between these two, I would get a hard time. I mean, if I forgot this at home and I got this in my trunk, I would be happy. But Brian Wampler. Wampler pedals.
Wampler pedals.
So these two pedals, not because they're red, but they was like kind of like hinting, what is the better pedal or what have you,
Oh, there was a versus shoot down. Well, you know what? I'm gonna throw my brain at that one. Woo!
Wait, I got two here now. Okay.
Two brains are better than one.
But yeah, so getting back to the pinnacle, or pinnacle distortion.
Isn't that card game, Pinochle?
Oh, pinnacle, that's a new Rock'em Sock'em game, you know.
Pinnacle, I
Yeah.
believe, yeah.
So yeah, the pinnacle is like the tip of the iceberg of
Right.
this, the top of the notch. But when I first played this, man, I said, "Wow, I found the brown sound in a $200 pedal that was just mind blowing." And
So the brown sound, you mean Eddie Van Halen used that pedal?
Yeah,
Oh, he did.
Well, no, he didn't use this pedal, but you could, as far as Eddie Van Halen's, to fact check myself, his guitar tech at that time, I don't know how much techs he had in his life, but his guitar tech was saying that this is the one that come close to his sound.
Okay.
After all those years of,
Show me that the front of it. Okay, so that's a little bit different one than I got up on the screen.
yeah, that one is this is the first generation. I think that's the second one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The first one is like more. It's a smaller size, but
And raw.
yeah, certain guys don't like it. They think it's too mushy. For some reason, yeah, they think it's squeeze. It's like too compressed. It's not open like the other pedals I'm gonna talk to you about, because it's like a natural compression. Brian has that.
Well, there's
thing.
there's a thing called sag.
Yeah, the
and,
sag.
Oh, so it try to emulates for those who really need that or have to have a tube amp sound. And for them to do it with the pedal is amazing and get as close as they can. But
the separation on this, the distortion, man, it's unreal. It's like, wow. You could get like a real Holsworth kind of vibe if you dial it into a certain, you got vintage and MOD for modern. This modern sound with the vintage, it's just versatile.
so
Versatile.
it's a very versatile, would you say, rock sound?
Yeah, rock fusion. I mean, with the Wampler is always is one of the cutting edges of stuff, yeah, of pedals. So yeah, Brian is pretty much up there, man. I just want to thank for his expertise on
What
this.
was your your personal experience plugging into that? I mean, like what kind of gigs would you use that on? Or
The most Hawaiianish gigs I could find. No, it's I think I could. I think I used it like on if you're gonna do like Sleepwalk or Europa, just a couple songs that is overdriven, but it's not gonna be like overbearing. I mean, because the tone is so nice, so you can get away with a nice studio compressed sound. Not like a la Lukuder from Total, but you could have that kind of compressed sound. Is not very irritating. It's real. It's nice tone, man.
So, I want to take out the price tag, but so we were talking about like distortion or overdrive to really.
Are we jumping around? Are we gonna go to delays?
Yeah. Let's go to like I don't know if would you consider a delay a modulation effect?
Yeah.
Would you put it into that category like modulation? When I think of that, I think of clean sound where you got delay, echo, chorus, tremolo, maybe some kind of ambient kind of pedal.
The thing with
flanger.
this, I mean, if you're gonna play different sounds, it's real cool. And for me, I rather have. I mean, I played through this. It's pretty incredible. But the reverb is really important as far as mixing. Rather be just clean, super clean. If I'm gonna get a delay, I think I'm gonna get just a more I don't know, subtle one. But I mean, a lot of guys like the Strymon timeline. That's good stuff.
Okay, so as far as delays, basically, that bounce back like something like this Strymon. I've heard about them. They're very popular with guitarists who have a lot of money.
Yeah, it's if this is the kind of stuff you buy that pedal, you don't have to buy other pedals because it's just reliable. It's built like a tank. Like I said, they make incredible reverbs, chorus.
TC Electronics, a
Yeah,
great company.
I got a story on TC Electronics. So
And you know what? They're made for the guitarists on a budget. They do create some wonderful, and I have quite a few of TC Electronic gear and pedals. This particular delay, it's like if you pull up like a standard pedal like that Wampler you had. If you have a mini pedal, it's like about half that size, and so you can fit a lot more of these smaller pedals on top of your traveling. You know, if you're traveling with a lot of effects,
yeah,
people really like that, and they sound great. They sound good.
TC Electronic. My understanding of TC Electronic when I first got introduced was back in 1984, and
Way back.
everybody was using that, and then Eric Johnson made it really popular because
Eric Johnson?
it was, yeah. So anyway, so check this out. Check out this story. So when he was doing, because he likes all these vintage guitars and vintage amps, he's like a real pure guy. So when he was dialing in his effects, and I was like, wow, he uses chorus flange TC Electronic, but the input, it was like kind of like shaky, so it wasn't known for their solid input.
Just the construction of
but the effect was just incredible, man. I mean, you could use it for nylon string, steel string, electric, and that was the go-to chorus.
So you're saying that in the construction of it, the casing, and
Yeah,
maybe
it was junk.
they didn't spend too much time on that.
No.
More of what was in the box.
Yeah, but just like I guess around the input area was
But
broken.
Isn't always the case though? When you're building upon a budget, you're creating something that some aspect of the build has to be, kind of less budget going toward there. So like we'll make a killer sounding pedal.
Yeah.
The only thing is we don't have a casing for it. We'll put it in a Ziploc bag.
Yeah. Or like a macadamia nut,
Can.
But yeah, pedals, man. I mean, some guys, they go for the most simplest, not too many knobs, not too much stuff, so it's not confusing.
Right.
Because sometimes some companies got so much knobs. Half of the time, you're not going to even dial it in that much.
It's a really fun thing, and for the guitarist who loves to twist knobs and get different sounds, I mean the pedals are the way to go in it, and it's so much fun, and it's like collecting stamps or collecting Hot Wheels, or you just want them. They look cool. You can build your pedal board, and you're right. There's a lot of times where just pedals go over the top. Speaking of another type of pedal that I would say is would go in the emulator category. If you take a look at those white ones right there, if you could pull one of those out, made by Electro Harmonics. Electro Harmonics is a great company that just hit it on being able to turn your electric guitar into another instrument.
Yeah, it's like a synthesizer, but in a box.
Yeah, so basically, you plug in your guitar and you dial in, like, say, piano.
Yeah.
And you pull a chord and it sounds like a piano.
That's
it sounds like a cello.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of different companies that make this type of, you want your guitar to sound like a trumpet, it's got a setting for that. And I've used a couple of those pedals for on ukulele, believe it or not.
You remember when there was the guitar synthesizer, there was the big pedal board.
Huge pedal board, and you had to like slide something underneath your
it was like bigger
strings.
than a what is that, king size bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were onto something, and they felt that the guitarists needed to play keyboards too, so they invented that.
So I played that at what was that, Embassy Suites back in the day, and I had that pedal board,
Oh, my
and I
goodness.
only used it for strings, and I used to do string sections, and then I used to introduce myself with the sax, and I was like, where's that sax coming from? And doing all this like
Sax lines.
Yeah, sax lines, but there's no band. It's just like a street sax player playing on the street. It was so hilarious, but yeah, that's so. You got 200 functions and you're only using 2.
Like I said, a tweaker's delight, right? A knob twister's delight, and
Yeah.
when you and there's people, there's guitarists out there that will take their guitar, plug in a cable, and go straight into an amp.
And then into a pig nose and sounds like crap.
Or they just go into their favorite amp, and if I think pedals too also, if you're playing a bunch of different types of genres, pedals really do help you try to get close to that sound of the original creators of the song, to dial in like delay or any kind of certain kind of distortion. Another type of pedal that we haven't talked about much, that is very prevalent now with a lot of solo musicians. Now, B, I know you
The looper.
the looper scooper. So what I dig about that, what I think most guitarists that are soloists, and if they can play some leads and stuff, to sing a song and then have that little solo section where you can crank out a little solo, the looper. So let's take a look at one of them. This looper is probably back in the 90s. I'm gonna hand it over to you. Hold on.
Yeah, I just used the first generation looper, the blue one. Oh, this is too much for me. Yeah, I couldn't. Wait, hold on.
Now this loopers, in its day, it was it run me about $500 for that looper.
So here's something funny. So this is my looper, which is the first generation.
And that's a modern day looper.
It's like when I look at, because I had a trio like I told you before, Harley, but I mean I know it's easy to get into the parameters, but I just like the one button thing.
Oh man,
Yeah. I'm so for one button.
You know what? They got it right. They got it right for the guitarist who doesn't want to mess with pedals.
Who's a moron like me?
Well, I wouldn't. There's a fine line between moron and genius.
Moron and Monsanto. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
No, but you know what? That show that one again. That ditto, because I believe that's TCA Electronics, right? The company.
Yeah.
Okay, so now they came out with a new one. It's called the Ditto Plus, and I really love that one because there's one pedal. You play a phrase, step on it, and it plays it right back. You don't have to worry about quantizing. You don't have to worry about this or that. It's plain and simple. You play a progression, step on it, and now you can solo. And then you click it off and back to the song.
Yeah.
Now, when you go with the trio made by Digitech, these guys, I don't know, they've got a little genie in that box. Basically, what it does, you have to teach it the bass line. You got multiple drum patterns. You've got the looper built in. It's a great writing tool.
Yeah, it's a good writing tool.
But to use it playing live as a solo artist is kind of tricky. But if that's the only pedal you have and you have time on your hands to learn just like any pedal, B. If you spend time with it, you'll squeeze just every little ounce of creativity out of that. Once the guys build it in the factory and solder all the wires and put the parameters, it's up to really the musician.
It's a good pedal.
It's a good pedal.
Yeah.
Now that blue one, it came with a pretty thick manual.
Because it feels like a dumbbell.
Oh man, it's got
some weight.
You got an SD card in there. You've got MIDI. I mean, they went to town on that thing, and it was like almost $600 when I bought it. And meanwhile, I was looking for a simple Ditto pedal, but I bought that because it was the best at that time. I never really learned how to use it. It's brand new in a box. If anybody's interested in vintage gear,
here, man.
Please take it off my hands.
$2.99.
A bag of poi, I trade. No, but if I knew how to use it, I've seen guys really know how to work that stuff, and it's just like me and you, B. We don't have the patience to anything more than 3 knobs. I think we're
I think
we're
I'm
gonna
good.
pass.
I think I'm good with one light, one knob,
Look at that.
one button.
That is the ultimate pedal. That's
I think it's
that's
cute,
more my
man.
speed.
I think this is cute. Yeah. This is good
And
stuff.
can I pass you another pedal?
Yeah, let me check what you got here for me.
Okay, so
Mr. Black. What is this?
that's like kind of a gourmet. These guys are making people are making pedals in their garages, in their basements. In fact, there's a guy on Maui. His name is Mark,
Amano.
and he makes his own pedals.
Yeah, he's unreal.
And B, we gotta have him on the show
Yeah.
when we have
yeah.
a part 2 pedal episode.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
Amazing.
Good guy.
From the islands, Maui no
Yeah.
less, and this guy is making
Yeah.
incredible electronics for the guitar.
Yeah,
for the electric
he's been
guitarists.
tweaking
Yeah.
that for a long time.
He
man.
has, huh?
Yeah, smart guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So Mark, if you've seen our show, please contact me or B, and we want to get you on. Get you
Yeah,
on the
email
riff,
us, and if you email us, I'll get you a guitar from Artist Collection.
Yeah. Yes, and then if you come early, you can have some of this
What is that? Chicken McNuggets?
smoked sausage.
Smoked sausage from Kipo Hulu.
Keep Hulu.
Yeah. So are we done with this one then, brother?
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Now, 2 other pedals. Since we're running into
Wait, now you're making me hungry. I'm gonna eat my cashew nuts, mate. I already got the mic right now.
now, my wife, she always says I have a bad habit when I'm on the phone or I'm talking to somebody. I talk to them with food in my mouth, and I apologize. I didn't realize the etiquette, and in certain cultures, it's very rude. But in my province, it's a sign of I'm hungry.
Good man. So, remember that company, Echoplex? Yeah.
You know what? Be Echoplex, yeah, absolutely. And I feel so bad that we were planning for a pedal episode today. I left my favorite pedal board at home. I do have an Echoplex in there, and it's one of my favorite pedals. But maybe part 2 of a pedal episode. But I want to get to right now, if we could.
Look at this. Look at this bomb.
What we'll call, let's call it multi effects pedals. Now, all these single pedals that kind of we were looking through, they've got all these different categories. You got distortion, you got a reverb pedal, you got EQ, you got chorus. But I think in the 80s is when what company made the ME5 and the ME models? Was it Boss?
ME5.
Remember those? At House of Music, you could buy these guitar pedals, and it had
House of Music. I remember going in there like almost every Friday, Saturday night, and rather be with
drooling over what you couldn't have. Yeah.
Yeah, or
Same
even
here.
then, like I come to the more affordable things I could afford, like a lint off a music sheet. They said, "Wow, you're gonna buy a lint? Yeah, is it free? Yeah." I said, "What song is that?" Oh, "One Day in Your Life" by Michael Jackson.
Oh man.
Yeah, but
So, anyways, who made the ME models? Boss, right?
you know, I
Probably was.
you gotta look it up. I think.
But then everybody started making these multi effects pedals,
Yeah.
and they were trying to get everybody away from having these singular pedals like these and connecting them. So you
Yeah.
would have like 5-10 pedals. They said, "Well, all you need is this one box now, and you got all the pedals in there, and you turn them off and on." So that was a revolutionary idea. Fast forward 2019, 2008, the 2000s.
Yeah,
We've got
millennium.
Tech 21 that came out with these great ideas. This particular one that I bought, I liked because it had some features that I needed. I needed a little bit of distortion. I needed some reverb and delay. So that model is, I think, Model 5, right?
Yeah.
Now you have
The Richie Cots in the
you got-
RK.
okay, now and the differences between the two would be different type of.
I think that it's what
gain.
Richie wanted. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
wasn't like what Tech 21 wanted.
Okay.
So he tweaked it. He put like what is that? Not a cry bar, a fuzz box on it, and then a compressed. But and the delay, it's tap tempo. So it's pretty cool, man. Like this one's got tap tempo, but it's just that this guy just did it right. I mean, it's 1 feet long.
Look at that. Can you pull that up? So
Yeah,
that
1 foot long. I mean, this is crazy. If I had to,
it looks like a power strip.
if I had to pick between all of this, and this, I'll take this because it's an all-in-one and it does everything.
Well, like
Everything.
so I believe there's a feature on there that if you plug, say you're for the traveling musician, you're traveling island to island, and of course there's different models. There's models where it's more for acoustic guitar, right? And some models where it's more for blues or rock. So they've got a bunch of those different ones.
Oh, heavy mental.
Heavy metal.
Yeah.
So if you were traveling, you could throw that in your backpack, basically.
Man,
or you could throw it in your case with your soft case with your guitar. Go to outer island or run to the mainland, do a gig, come back home.
When I went to Arizona, I used my fly rig, and then I plugged right into the PA because I wanted the delay and the reverb from this.
Uh-huh.
Because sometimes there are certain PA systems that you play in, there's no reverb. So at least I know I got a reverb and a slight delay that I can adjust. And so my acoustic guitar sounded great. And it's like...
With the Richie Kotzen?
Yeah, yeah,
What? You
yeah.
played acoustic guitar through that?
You can. It's like me playing acoustic guitar to the Yamaha. It's like, it's not just made for electric, it's made for acoustic too.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so what sells it is his name, because basically any different model you have, you could get a clean sound.
Yeah.
decent clean sound.
I mean, all what it is like when people use delays on their steel string acoustic, you don't have to get a digital delay. Just use the delay from here. And if you want the reverb from that amp, then use that reverb from the green amp and cut the reverb from this. Now you got a good reverb and a good delay.
Okay, so take a look at that pedal, right? Take a good look at it. So you don't need it. You could plug it into an amplifier if there was one, if
Yeah.
you're traveling or if you
Yeah.
have one. It's so tiny. Look at that. You could put that in your back pocket, man. Come on.
Yeah, and look at it. You got the high, mids, lows. So it's like a preamp. You got a preamp, you got an overdrive, and you got delay and reverb. So it's like if the amp is bad, you can use the EQ from this, then re-EQ off the amp. So you got double EQ to have your tone dialed in. That's why these guys did it right, man. When Brother Jeff told me from Bounty Music, he said, yeah, man, the fly rig is the way to go. And when he first plugged it in into just a straight power head, just right in front of the amp, straight into the input, not through the effects loop, straight from the front head. Right. I was blown away, man. So yeah, it's pretty amazing. I really I want to invest shares in this company.
Okay, so they simplified everything, and people are gonna have guitars gonna have different different tastes, but
Yeah.
it's amazing how a industry like guitar pedals have grown, and there's no signs of going away. I wish we had a picture of the latest and greatest guitar pedals which emulate replacing the guitar amp. Now, what do you think of that, B? I mean, because that's a big topic. There's if
Oh, no.
I wouldn't say I'm a purist as far as I have the ear. Like if you put blindfolds on me and put a headphone, and you went through like say a Kempler,
Yeah.
or what's that other one? The oh man, I one of these modelers,
Yeah, mother amp.
the high end. I wouldn't be. I don't think I'd pass the test. But now how many of these small percentage of like guitars are fortunate enough to when they tour they have a Vox AC, they have a Mesa Boogie setup, they have a Marshall setup for each of these songs. The common man or the guitarist wouldn't be able to afford it, one, and tone it around, two. So that's why I think they're so valuable now with the guitars and music. And if you do have a little warehouse or a little attic or cellar where you can store all your favorite amps, then I mean that's awesome. We'd like you on the show for sure and talk about amplifiers. So I wish we could show you more pedals, but that's just a little smattering of
just a little synopsis.
of what I have. I've got more pedals at home, and
maybe the next time we're gonna do a test drive. Yeah, I want to test drive some stuff.
Oh no, definitely. This is just part
This
one
is
of
a
the
teaser.
this is a teaser of the pedal
Yeah.
world, and I know for those people tuning in that are not guitar heads or gear nuts are probably scratching their head and don't know heads or tails of what we're talking about. But when we can put it into a demonstration, and I'll have B or we'll take turns. We'll plug into a certain pedal.
Yeah, we got to take turns because we're gonna get carried away.
Oh, we're gonna get carried away. I mean, we're gonna be carried away, my wayward son. You know that song.
I like wayward. Now let's talk dictionary words. I ready.
Oh,
man.
wait. One other pedal. I mean, we're getting up on the
We're getting up on that
on
2
the
o'clock time.
Yeah, on the 2 o'clock time. Hold on.
I think we gotta. Let me check the time, man.
So what do you have there, B?
Oh, look at it! I got a catcher's mitt.
Now that's
It's a little mini crybaby. It's cute. I've seen this.
let's talk wah-wah pedal. Okay, so I'm gonna hum the song and you do the walk. You ready? So that's our version of Voodoo Chile with the mini crybaby wah-wah pedal. I love the wah-wah pedal. Rhea, have you been known to? Do you own a wah-wah pedal?
No, I gave my wah-wah pedal away.
Okay.
Yeah, I love wah-wah.
I love wah-wah, especially with Jimmy, and then the way Joe Satriani used the wah-wah pedal. Love it. I love the way Slash uses the wah, and Jerry Cantrell.
You ever heard of
From Alice in Chains.
what is that? Black Label Society. Zach Wild used the wah.
Zach Wild, yeah.
Oh man, he wowed that sucker even like Dimebag
Zach
Darrell.
Wild. Yeah, man. All those guys use wah, and you know what? I think
They're the wah kings.
I love the wah pedal. That's a mini wah.
You think
And if you look up on the screen there, this is your standard Dunlop 535 QB Crybaby wah wah.
Oh, 360, 360.
And what's cool about this wah is that unlike the Vox wah that probably Jimi Hendrix used, this one has a variable EQ, that little red button
Yeah.
on the side there.
Yeah.
You can dial in where you want it to wah or the throw of the wah. I have one of these at home, which I'm kind of used to using that mini one because I do use the wah playing ukulele on certain songs, and very avant-garde. Very I don't know much ukulele players that use the wah wah, but I figured I got all these pedals, and I'd like to run it through my ukulele. Thank you very much.
You know if I come up with a one-string ukulele, you think that will be pretty amazing?
What does that have to do with wah pedals?
I'm gonna use wah one string only.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do yeah. Let's pull it off next episode.
I wanna just make music with one string, and I'm gonna prove that. Yeah, I had this pedal. I gave it away.
Give it away. So anyways, what? AB, we gotta.
We gotta go.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's close, man. Before we talk about Zach Wild, I'm gonna talk to him about all day. This guy is some badass.
Oh, Zach Wild.
Where's the music, man? I want to hear the music coming. Yeah. It's time for call.
Cow, time for a little poo-poo break. I'd like to thank you, B, as always.
Oh, thank you, brother.
This is a great introduction to
Put your music
the
on,
pedal.
man. Yeah, let's go out, man.
Anyways, I don't know if we're going to get in trouble for that. Maybe better not.
What's for it?
I don't know, playing copywritten music. But
That's your.
well, this song is
That's
mine,
yours,
so
right
you have my we have my permission to play this. Yeah. Anyways, everybody, aloha. The RiFF here.
Aloha.
And we'll see you guys soon with some other stuff. Aloha and mahalo.
All right, brother.
Woo.
Aloha.
Aloha.